Good evening, everyone. My name is Vernisha Jones, and I'm the president of the West Garfield Park Youth Council. Excuse me today for the sunglasses. I have a really bad eye infection going on over here. And we believe that we are the solution to the violence in our community. West Garfield Park Youth Council is sponsored by Fathers Who Care, which is a nonprofit organization located on the west side of Chicago within the West Garfield Park community. Again, everyone, I'm Vernisha Jones, and I'm the president of the West Garfield Park Youth Council. The West Garfield Park Youth Council is comprised of 15 youth from our community whose focus and concern is the youth leadership and voice within the community and addressing the issues of violence prevention. We invite people from all over, especially youth, to come in and see what we're all about. Our show will be scheduled every Thursday at 7 p.m. Again, that is every Thursday at 7 p.m. We would like to encourage calls from people watching to call in with your questions and comments at 312-738-1060. Again, the number is 312-738-1060. We can also be viewed online at www.cantv.org/live. Again, www.cantv.org/live. Well, everyone, I know you noticed this young, beautiful young lady sitting beside of me. Instead of me introducing her, I will let her introduce herself.
Hi, my name is Marshalla Young. I'm 17 and I'm part of Fathers Who Care Youth Council.
And I'm Vernice Jones. I'm 21, and I'm the president and a part of the West Garfield Park Youth Council. Thank you, Marshalla, for being a guest on tonight's show. Again, I'm Vernice Jones, the president of the West Garfield Park Youth Council. You are watching a live interactive call-in television program brought to you on CAN-TV 21. During the next 25 minutes, we're going to discuss the topic of youth making a difference everywhere. What do you feel about that topic, Marcelo?
I feel that it starts with youth, and the youth is the actual difference.
I invite our viewers watching to call in with your questions and comments at 312-738-1060. Again, that is 312-738-1060. Our phone lines are open. Me personally, I feel youth making a difference. I feel like that's a very strong topic because nowadays you see people so young going into office and people so young doing stuff. It's getting younger and younger. The age that stuff is starting to happen. And I feel like if we don't do something about what's going on, who can?
Nobody.
Because don't nobody understand what's going on besides, because mainly everything that's going on right now is dealing with youth and stuff that's going on with youth. So I feel like who's the best to do the job? And you. So today's open question to the audience is, what is the state of young people living in the city of Chicago? Once again, that question for the audience is, what is the state of young people living in the city of Chicago? Okay, Marshalla, I have some questions for you. First, I would like to ask you, who are you and what is your purpose for existing?
Well, I'm Marshalla, and my purpose of existing is to help people around me because I love helping people, and if I don't help people, I won't be happy, and if I'm not happy, then I'm not myself.
And can you explain more about who you are, what school you go to, what grade you're in? What do you want to accomplish in life?
Oh, okay. My name is Marshalla. I go to DRW. I'm 17. And what I want to accomplish in life is fulfilling my goal of being a nurse. And that's been a tradition in my family. My mom, grandma, great-grandma, everybody was a caretaker or a nurse. And I want to continue that dream.
And I see we have a caller. We're going to take this caller, then I'm going to explain to everyone who I am and what is my purpose for existing. Hello, caller, question or comment?
I have a question for the both of you young ladies. Being young women as you are and, working with, an organization that's trying to build the youth up, how do you reach out to other young people like yourself to get them to want to be a part of something positive? Because nowadays a lot of youth are so busy getting involved with so many negative things like gangs and violence and this, that, and other. What do you all do to try to reach out to other young people like yourself to give them the idea of wanting to be a part of something positive? How do you do it? How do you reach other young people? I just want to hear your answers, okay?
Yeah. You want to go first or you want me to go first?
You can go.
Personally, I know we have youth events. So we have different events where we have all different type of young people. The young people that we have in our program, they bring out different young people. And that's where we basically talk to young people and try to get young people to come out to our weekly meetings. This TV show is a way that we try to get more young people to be more involved in our group. How else? Pitching. We go out into the neighborhood and talk to different young people. So when we see young people walking up and down the street, we get them a little slab of what we do and what we're all about and what we're trying to do. And that'd be a different way of us getting more young people into our program.
Well, I'll start off by being a role model. Let them know what I went through and how I overcame it, and just let them learn from my mistakes, because I'd rather somebody learn from my mistakes than continue to make the same mistake in their own life. And then I let them know like what I'm involved in, how getting extra help and just staying off the streets, period, help them be a better person.
If that better explains your question, and if you have any more questions, you can call back with any questions about what we said. And back to the question of who I am and what's my purpose for existing. I'm Vernisha. I'm 21 years old, and I feel like my purpose for existing is to be a helping hand to the next person. I'm very open to learning. I'm very open to, I don't know, being there for young people that's younger than me. Like, I have nieces and nephews and stuff, and I always been big on being a role model to them. So I feel like that's was something that's big calling on me, is being a role model to people that's younger than me. Okay, then the first question we have about our discussion today, which is youth making a difference everywhere. And once again, everyone in the audience, our question for you guys is, what is the state of young people living in the city of Chicago today? So why is it important for young people to stick together?
Well, we're all we got. We are all we have. We are all we got. So if we don't stop the negative vibes and all the like the negative trend, then who will? The elderly, the older people can't, and the younger people can't. We ourselves. Oh, I'm so nervous. We ourselves. We the only people who can stop the negative trend and make a positive change.
I feel like why it's so important for young people to stick together is because one young person understands what the next young person is going through. We understand what's going on. We living in the day and age. We going through the same type of stuff. So I feel like that's the biggest way to make a difference with different stuff that's going on. That's the biggest way to get solutions to the stuff that's going on, is by action or getting feedback from another young person that's actually going through it. It makes no sense to try to solve a problem with somebody that don't know nothing that's going on.
Right, because we're around the same age.
So I feel like that's the biggest thing with youth sticking together, and how they can stick together is by getting other young people, because that's the only way you will be able to get it done. I see we have another caller. Question or comment?
Good evening, ladies. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm okay. You're both doing a great cause up there. There's my little friend. It's Auntie Paula calling. How you doing?
Good, and you?
All right. My comment for you with the kids in Chicago, everybody seems to be a little upset these days, huh?
Yes.
Let's get to some of the hip-hop music. Hey, a lot of that hip-hop music is good to dance to, but I don't know. Some of those kind of words get people excited. I don't know if that's got something to do with it. This is a beautiful city. You're all beautiful kids, all of us. Blacks, white, Italians, Latinos, whatever. Beautiful city. It's up to your generation to help fix it up. It's sorry that the older generation kind of messed up a little, but it's up to you guys to put it better. You're smart. You're on TV. You both look beautiful, by the way.
Thank you.
And just keep doing what you're doing. We got to open more hotlines for people that got problems and want to talk to somebody at 24 hours a day. Back in the day, we used to have a thing called a code of silence in Chicago for the gangbangers. And these days, it's real strong. Everybody's sticking together. You hear a lot of shootings, the carjackings, but they never catch somebody. And when they do, it's not a very good situation. I feel bad for anybody that has to do anything bad. I know they don't mean it. But the way the world is today, what we see on TV, in the White House, it's really hard. But you kids just keep doing what you're doing. Keep your spirits high. Stick close to your mom and dad. And just stick together. We need more love. Where is the love? Like the Black Eyed Peas used to say. Where is the love? Thank you, ladies, for listening to Auntie Paula. And please be safe. God bless you.
Thank you for your question, for your comment that you had on tonight. What do you feel is the biggest distraction young people are facing? I clearly heard her say something that we was talking about earlier, but what do you feel is the biggest distraction? And can you please explain to the audience why do you feel that way?
I said the music because our day and age, everybody is basically following whatever the artist say. So if the artist tell you to go out and do something stupid, 99.9% of the people or the teenagers our age gonna go out and do it. So I feel like you're your own person before anything, but I feel like should nobody else dictate how you react and how you move and how you respond to certain situations.
I personally feel like music is the biggest distraction that's going through our day and age now too. Because like I said before, music, well, artists in general, like big public figures, all that in general. Because it's like, if you see a famous person wear this, it's now in style for other people to wear it. If you see a famous person talking about drinking lean, half of us gonna try it because it seems like it's cool. So I feel like that's one of the biggest distractions, and that's something that needs to change. But I don't think it's honestly going to change no time soon because it's something that's selling. So I feel like that's something that probably needs to be talked about and something that people need to actually realize and look at because we all like that music. So we don't look at it as being a bad influence just because it's not influencing us.
Right.
But some people take music very seriously and it actually changes their mindset.
Right, the way they move.
And I see we have another caller. We can take this caller. Question or comment? How may I help you?
Yes, you all are talking real deep now. I have a comment regarding the music that the young folks listen to, and I want to know I really want to hear you all speak a little bit more in depth about the music and how do you think the music affects the way a lot of young people act, because a lot of the music is so disrespectful, and a lot of ways that they speak within the music that you all listen to is a lot of ways that you hear young people speak, and a lot of young people are out here repeating what they hear on the music, and that becomes their teacher. I want to hear, what do you all feel about that, and what do you think needs to be done as far as the music that's being played on the radio and that a lot of young folks are listening to and actually almost like worshiping this music that has them like going like wow and acting out. What do you feel about it? I'm going to hang up and let you respond.
Honestly, I'm going to be honest with the question. A lot of the music that's engaging a lot of kids and that's not good, we listen to it too.
Right.
So we can't be a hypocrite and say, oh, we feel like shouldn't no young people listen to that type of music and this, that, and the third, because that'll just be us being a hypocrite.
Right.
I feel like to make a difference with that situation, it's hard right now because, like I said, that's something that's selling right now. So as long as it's selling, it's going to be hard to get rid of it. But I feel like if more artists like Chance the Rapper, J. Cole, Gene Alco, all of them come and make more music, I feel like that'll make a big difference because their music is like a total difference from other music. And young people like that type of music too. So I feel like that's really a hard question because it's like I said, we listen to the music too. So it's hard to say how can we stop it or anything like that.
To me, I feel like we can't really stop it because half the stuff that these rappers, they be rapping about, it be about like what they went through. I'm pretty sure all these people who going out here singing their songs and like going by what the artists say, they didn't go through half that stuff that they went through. I feel like they rap about what they went through to influence the listeners not to be like them, but to learn from their mistakes. But the young people who listen to it, they take it in the wrong connotation, and they just go ahead and do stupid stuff. So that's making the artists look good, but making us look bad.
Exactly. And back to what you were saying when you were saying the music about when it's disrespecting us. I had my mom tell us a lot of times she'll hear us listen to a song and the song will be like these B's or these H's and we sit there and we repeat the words that they say.
Right.
Or whatever. So I feel like that's something that really needs to change because when you actually look back at that stuff and when you get older and look back at that stuff, like you was singing a guy's song that was talking about females in general.
Right. And then you be like, oh, I don't want to be called that, but you around here singing it and you being influenced off of it. So wouldn't that make you a hypocrite?
Exactly. So can you tell our audience what are some suggestions you feel will better help our young people going forward?
Me personally, I feel like we should start being different. I feel like we should step out of our comfort zone and stop being a follower and start a different trend. Like nowadays, kids, they don't like going to school, is dropouts, getting pregnant, stuff like that. I feel like if you take time out to get to know yourself and actually set goals and make promises to yourself and actually motivate yourself to do the right thing, I feel like our generation will be so much better.
I feel like some different ways or suggestions we can help better our young people is by getting them involved in different programs that's going on in your community. It's not just the west side. Every side of the city has programs. You just have to get in contact with your local commissioners, local reps and stuff and find out about the different programs that's going on. Our program is located on the west side of Chicago, which is the West Garfield Park Youth Council. You can meet us every Monday at 4:30 to 6:30. You can contact us at 773-287-5821. As you clearly see, we have a lot of stuff going on with our program. We do a lot of parades. We do this TV show weekly. We be involved in a lot of the stuff that's going on in the community, dealing with the commissioner, the mayor, all types of stuff. So I feel like that's a big help with young people and trying to get young people off the street. So if you have any young people and you're on the west side of Chicago, once again, you can contact us at 773-287-5821. Again, that number is 773-287-5821 about more information about our program. Well, what made you so compassionate in empowering young people, seeing though you're a young person yourself?
I feel like me, personally, I have this thing where I have to just help everybody no matter how they treat me, no matter what I'm going through, no matter what happened yesterday, the day before that, last year. Because me being that one listening ear or me just helping them out, period, and make them feel better. And that's probably what other people need. So I like making people feel better and bringing joy to them.
What made me so compassionate and helping the next young person is, for one, I went to a school like that. I went to a school where that's all they did. Every young person. It's like it was a thing with the school. It was always about helping the next person. You got rewards for helping the next person.
Right.
All types of stuff like that. So I feel like that's a big thing that our young people are having a problem with nowadays. It's hard to help the next person because you don't want to see the next person do better than you are.
Right.
So I feel like that's something that's real. I feel like that's one of the biggest problems that's causing most of the commotion that's going on nowadays. Because us young people don't want to see the next person doing as good as we are or better.
Right.
So what do you feel about that? Because as seeing you in high school, I'm sure you see that a lot. I know I seen that a lot when I was in high school.
Right.
Like you would let a person fail a test before you tell them like, this how you do this.
Right. So at DRW, you get rewards for everything. Like they give us merit. So say you stay after school and you go to office hours to get up your grade, you get merits, plus you get extra credit, plus you get all these rewards for doing what you need to do and what you're supposed to do. And I feel like school in general, you need school. That's what I feel like. You just need school to be successful. You won't get anywhere without school. So I feel like
So do you plan on going to college?
Mm-hmm.
What college you plan on going to?
to Howard University,
Oh, that's what's up. What you plan on majoring?
in the medical field.
Okay. And so I see a lot of young people nowadays talk about how they feel like they can't talk to more mature people, or they feel like more mature people don't understand what they're going through, and they feel like it's just like pointless to talk to them. Why do you feel so comfortable like with the more mature people that you be around, which is dealing with the program or people in your school? Because I see that you feel very relaxed when it comes to talking to more mature people. You don't have like a filter to your mouth. You let it be known what you have to say, and you don't be scared to talk. Why do you feel so comfortable with talking to more mature people?
Because I feel like my opinion matter and my points needs to get across, but every time I state something, I have facts to back it up, and I feel like my voice needs to be heard, because if I don't get my point across and you don't hear me, like, you can sit there and listen, but you can tune them out. But I feel like if you listen to me and really understand where I'm coming from, you can actually help me be great, and you can help me get something started and help the next person out, and then this trend will start.
Okay, so why do you feel some young people don't like to talk to more mature people and don't like to let their voices be heard?
Because sometimes, like, they just focus on yelling, like, why do you feel this way? Why do you do this? Like, they don't want to listen. They just rather snap back at you, like, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Instead of listening and instead of helping the person grow from their mistakes.
True. Do you feel like a lot of young people feel that way?
Yeah, because me personally, I feel like that from time to time. That's why I'd rather talk to people my age who going through the same thing as me.
Okay. And so, talking about the west side of Chicago, the south side of Chicago, we know that violence is a big thing that's going on nowadays. We know that a lot of people are getting killed and the weather is dying down, so therefore it's getting hotter outside.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think makes young people so violent? Like, why do young people feel the need to take the next person's life to make a point? Like, why do you feel that is going on?
Well, first off, when it get hot outside and you get that extra freedom, kids tend to act out, and they get to acting childish. And then some people, you don't know what's going on at home. Like, they could be getting bullied, and they want to retaliate by doing something they're going to regret later. Not even just bullying, them going through something like you could lose a parent. You could get bullied. You could not be financially stable. You can be, like, anything could be going on with them.
So you basically saying you should never judge a book by its cover. You never know what a person is going through.
Right.
So I feel the same way. I feel like it's a lot of stuff going on. But I feel like, what do you feel like could happen this year for young people, so to be alternative, so they don't go out and feel like they're alone, or they don't have anyone to talk to, or they don't have back to hold them up and stuff like that?
I feel like if just one person start listening, like if somebody come to you and just say, I need to talk, sit there and listen. It gives them positive feedback. You don't even have to get them feedback. As long as you listen and they get that off their chest. Them getting that off their chest could save many lives, can stop them from making a stupid decision. Or it could just make the world better.
And if you're just now tuning in, our guest on tonight's show is Marshayla, and we're discussing the topic on youth making a difference everywhere. We would like to thank our viewers for watching and calling in. For additional information about our program, you can contact us at 773-287-5821. Again, that number is 773-287-5821. If you have any questions or want to know any information about our program, which is the West Garfield Park Youth Council. And I would like everyone to tune in next week, where we will be discussing a different topic that's going on with youth. And do you have any last minute thoughts or any last minute feedback that you would like to tell youth, since the summer is coming up, as you stated, and a lot of stuff is going on?
I want to say to the youth that y'all should be positive, make smarter decisions, and stay off the streets. If you want to be on the streets, you should be doing something productive.
Well, thank you everyone for watching our TV show tonight, and you can meet us back next week at 7 o'clock, which is next Thursday at 7 o'clock. Thank you, and have a good night.